Hi guys, welcome to this video about a problem with this really nice IP security camera. I bought this a couple of weeks ago and I've made a review and I was super happy with it. I mean, now you can buy it for only $41.99. It's absolutely crazy, and because it's such a nice camera, I'll put it down. I put down the link into the description so you can check it out on Amazon and maybe order it right from there, as long as it is available for this super cheap price. But I don't want to talk about the thing. Actually, I really like the camera. I like the app. I liked everything. So I mounted it beside the entrance of my home, and it makes really good footage. But I added a really old micro SD card, small one, old one, slow one, and sometimes I got a little bit of problems with the micro SD card. So every now and then the camera said, yeah, there's no micro SD card and it cannot read or write or whatsoever. And I thought, yeah, okay, it's probably time to buy a new one. I mean, micro SD cards, they are so cheap, and yeah, space is growing. So I thought, yeah, it's not really a good thing to really bother with a really old small micro SD card. So I went on Amazon and I bought the Samsung 64 gigabytes, 100 megabytes and so on. Yeah, it's class 10 or whatsoever, really fast, and 64 gigabytes, so for only around $10. Yeah, that's also a really awesome thing. So I thought, yeah, okay, now everything is good, and I wanted to check the footage. I mean, I inserted the micro SD card into the camera and rebooted it. It's always advised to disconnect the power when you insert a new SD card, micro SD card, and I did that. So I opened the slot and inserted a new card, closed it and attached it to the power. And what happened, it says, somehow like booting up or rebooting, and after that nothing, really nothing, not a single word from this lady within the camera. She didn't tell me anything. I mean, I even tried to reset. I used this button here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, of course it's not live. When you buy it, you get a bundle of cables, like the Ethernet cable, power cable, and one is the reset button, like incorporated into a cable. And I pushed this short or longer and up to 10 seconds, it did nothing. I mean, I double checked, triple checked that it was on power. It had power, and every time I turned it on, and it did nothing. Just said, system rebooting or system booting up, and then nothing. No connected, not ready to reconnect or whatsoever. It did really nothing. So I figured, it must be the micro SD card. It can't be something else, because it was working great. And how can it be? I mean, you get this really nice card. It should be possible to work with it. I mean, here you even have some troubleshooting if you go to the app, and then you have several possibilities. It asks you what the camera says. Either it says access point established, or waiting for Wi-Fi, or Wi-Fi connected, or something else, and there was nothing like this. So then here we have also some description what it could be, situation 1, 2, 3, and there was nothing like this. There is no such situation explained. That there is just the message system booting up and then nothing. So I opened this old tool which I have since a couple of years, and this is about formatting, especially hard disks, whatever you have, or USB sticks, micro SD cards, whatsoever. And I inserted it. It told me it's exFAT, and unfortunately I don't have it here at the moment, but it told me it's exFAT. Now I inserted a USB stick, and I made it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. When you start the Rufus program, it should show you like a USB stick, micro SD card, or at least you will be able to select it. Here we have one, also an old USB stick, and it says it's FAT. In this case it was exFAT, EXFAT, which is actually the newer system, but still a lot of Linux programs, they are really heavily struggling with that. And for most, or at least for a lot of the small Linux devices, like obviously this camera, it has to be formatted in a proper FAT32 option. And I mean the FAT, the file allocation table, that's the old thing which everything needs to be able to allocate files properly. So I'll clicked on that, and here I started then formatting that. I don't do that here, it's yeah, it's not needed, but anyway, you can just check it, FAT32, start it, and you will have then a micro SD card in FAT32 instead of exFAT32. Then I inserted this micro SD card into the camera, and it booted up and everything was working great again. So, and since then, it's about 2 weeks ago, and since then no interruptions, no crashes, no nothing. It's just recording. I can access the footage, everything working perfectly. So it's a huge difference. Obviously, two things when I want to recap a little bit about my problems. Don't use really old small micro SD cards for such things. So when you buy something like that, I mean, you have to always calculate maybe about $10 on top of that to buy really nice micro SD card. This is pretty much the standard. I also put down the link to this into the description, so you can check it out, order it from there if you like. Don't mess around with really old small micro SD cards. It's not worth it. You will have a lot of problems. And the second thing is, make sure that you have a proper FAT32 formatting on it instead of exFAT. I mean, sometimes you can reformat it in your device, but this time it was not possible because it didn't even get to the point where it was connecting to the app. It was interrupting before. So at this point I really had to format it on my PC, and the Rufus program, it is absolutely free, and I will put down the link into the description. And I have also already made a video about that for a long time ago, and I have made a lot of people happy with that, because this is still a thing which is needed, and for some strange reason it is still not possible, at least as far as I know, it's still not possible to format it in FAT with window things, or at least it is different. Sometimes it is works or seems to be working, sometimes not. I don't know if they updated the Windows, and yeah, when I click on it now for format, it would allow me to format it on FAT32, which is even default, and not long ago it was not possible to do that, and it was only possible with the Rufus program. So anyway, yeah, in this case I would say definitely first try with the Windows Explorer, right click on that and try with the built-in system function format. If it doesn't work, or if it doesn't provide you FAT32, try with the Rufus. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.